Yes, a very good afternoon to everybody. Yeah, we are out this afternoon. It looks like the rain has subsided here at Djuma. It was so wet or during the whole day. It's been on and off, and I'm so glad that we can come out here for our sunset safari. Alright, just quickly stopped here on Weaver's. He's got a beautiful crested barbet on the left hand side there. Yeah, look at that. You're going to see it now very close. There it is. Beautiful barbet bird. And look at those colors. That beautiful orange, that yellow with that black spots and a black chest. And a lot of wet, miserable birds here this afternoon. But I can see just busy preening and trying to keep nice and dry. I'm trying to dry those feathers out. A little bit easier for those smaller birds to fly around at this time after the rain. But you can imagine your big raptors, they'll have a little bit of a difficult time to really get those thermals and start soaring around, because at the moment there's still no sun and it's still loads of clouds. So I think for the little birds, definitely a little bit of an easier time. Look at the feather, look at its wings when it calls. It's giving it a little bit of a shake there, calling its mate. So these woodland kingfishers should be not very soon. I think it might be March, about in the next next month. They should start moving back to Central Africa and north of the equator, because that's when we start going slowly but surely into our winter time. We'll head up that side to go and search for food in that area, in those areas. They are insectivorous, so they're of course eating the insects. One of our intra-African migrant birds.
Oh, look at this really big female golden orb web spider. Actually called a banded-legged golden orb web spider, and that is a female, and they're big. Now she'll fit about in the palm of my hand. That's how big she is, including her legs. Her abdomen is about the size of a big almond. If you look on her back, there's a similar shaped spider, and then just to the left of her, above her, and to the left of her, there are two more. Those are the males. Look at the size difference between the males and the females. And there's the problem. When they want to mate, they'll need to bring her a gift that she can consume, and then while they consume, he can get on with it.
But is a spider, just to warn people who don't like spiders, but it's a beautiful one. And I'm not actually sure what species it is, so if anyone can help me, I would really appreciate that. And many of you know that I came here with arachnophobia, and I've recently come to learn that Cedric also has a little bit of arachnophobia. But I forced it out of myself just by learning really cool things about spiders, and let me tell you a story. Scientists began looking at spiders' female genitalia. I'm glad I didn't choose to study that. I chose to study whale sharks. And it was to do with ID, trying to identify species. But what they did discover in the female private parts, they were clogged with what looked like dirt and bits of debris, and it was just very dirty. Now, on closer inspection, what they realized, the debris turned out to be male pedipalps. The day of love is coming soon. Only one day dedicated to love. What actually is love? That's a good question. And I'm preparing some wonderful information for you on Valentine's Day. I've been digging into the emotion of love, but in the animal kingdom. It's going to be fascinating. But anyway, this is not really love, I guess. Or it could be, who knows. We do have a mating pair of elegant grasshoppers. Oh, now that's very impressive. You have someone on your back and you're still able to jump like that. That is very impressive. But with the elegant grasshoppers, they actually stay attached in sort of copulation mode for a really long time. The males do not want to let go of the females. And it's for a similar reason that the spiders break their pedipalps, just not so hectic as they would say in South Africa. The male just decides, I'm not going to break off any of my genitalia, but what I am going to do is stay with you for as long as possible. Now, I love to talk about the umwelt, the sensory world of each living being. Now, imagine, you can't really see. Sometimes you might not even have eyes. You're climbing onto a grass stem and you're a weight. You can do nothing but wait. You're waiting for moisture, heat, or mostly you're waiting for butyric acid, which comes from mammal skin. You're waiting for Lauren to run past doing her jog, or an impala. You're waiting for that acid that comes from a mammal skin, and then you will use your front legs, jump on, and there you have it. There's your meal. But you can wait up to 18 years for that meal, by the way, on an empty stomach. Imagine how hungry you'll be then. Yes, in case you haven't guessed it already, that is the life of a tick. That is the life of, or the umwelt of the eyeless tick. This is a rhino tick. It's a little bit bigger and has a little bit more of a sensory world. But literally, if you are a tick, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but they are actually pretty fascinating in their own way. We've just been looking for nocturnal animals, and I think we have a tiny juvenile chameleon. Look at that, tiny. Hello, little one. Yes, you're so adorable. It's unbelievable. And you're tiny. And you're clinging onto the thinnest of branches. I think you should go on a tree. Yes. It's really not very safe out here. They are not nocturnal animals. We just find them at night because it's easy to see them in the spotlight. But they are not nocturnal. So I think it's going to be very windy and stormy, and you need to get in a tree.
Yes, I've got a banded rubber frog. Can you believe it? It's you don't usually get to see them. A banded rubber frog. So they're kind of completely black and they've got this beautiful orange. So that light color, we are in infrared, so you're not really going to get and understand the color, but I'll explain it quickly. So that dark area is total black, 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 black. And that lighter color that you see on the back and on the legs is orange. It's this bright orange. And they are absolutely stunning. And I haven't seen a banded rubber frog for yonks. So this has been amazing. Of course, you can hear them calling in the background as well. That Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for your comments. And we do appreciate that you guys joined us this afternoon on our sunset safari. And please make sure that you do tune in for our sunrise safari tomorrow morning. From the banded rubber frog, Panda, and myself and the rest of the Wild Earth crew, we wish you a very pleasant evening.